What if I had an idea? What if I invented a bib? What if I got on Shark Tank? What if they were mean to me? What if I didn't make a deal? What if I made my bibs in Hialeah? What if that was perfect? What if you ran away with me? What if he saw you? What if the devil freed you? What if he saw you? What if he followed his dream? What if you followed your dream? What if you found a daughter? What if you met a younger self? What if she heard you? What if you fantasized about your husband? What if you owned your orgasm? What if you changed your landscape? What if that changed your life? What if you followed your kids? What if losing your home set you free? What if a piano called? What if you answered it? What if you said yes, please? What if reading her letters made you feel safe? What if honey was everything? What if we meditated? What if distance gave us perspective? What if this was heaven? What if our heart led us? What if softness was powerful? What if our hair wasn't everything? What if our lineage was our rescue rope? What if we were our gods? What if we lived in our sexual energy? What if we go gray? What if we danced instead of lifted? What if we meditated? What if our grandmother's recipe held all the secrets? What if our stories shaped our lives? What if money wasn't for pain? What if money was for watering? What if we watered with money? What if we grew a money tree? What if money was fruit? What if that fruit gave us knowledge? What if that knowledge set us free? What if we supported our sisters? What if we supported our city? What if we supported artists? What if we loved everyone? What if we were everyone? What if you were me? What if I were you? What if we didn't leave Miami? What if Miami was our dream? What if we found our tribe in Wynwood? What if dancing was walking? What if creativity was a given? What if there was a home to do art? What if this was your home? What if kindness wasn't crazy? What if truth was kind? Welcome. The Creative Shelter presents What If? An experiment in pieces. My name is Susie K. Taylor, and I'm the most important person in this room. That didn't sound real, right? Okay, so do you want to say it for me?
I'm the most important person in this room.
It's pretty good. We have an actress over here, though. Oh, there she is. Can you say it for me?
I am the most important person in this room.
It's pretty good. Can we all say that?
I am the most important person in this room.
Yes, you are. So, what if I told you that everyone has a story? From the most famous person on TV and in a book to that random person that you sat next to at a restaurant. Oh my God, I'm sorry. I'm a little bit nervous, Medea. But I know. That's the same reason I know it has to be. So, I feel like we've stopped valuing each other's experiences. Like they're not important anymore. But the undeniable truth is that every moment leading up to this one was a pebble on the path where we could be changed. Current reality is actually a culmination of every second before this one. This one. So, as an actor, my job is to live in the life of a character. I allow that character a few moments to breathe, resolve. That's all we get. We all get is a few precious moments. And probably the most precious in their entire life. So we're handing this character. And one character could be viciously jealous, but they're going to appear to be mean and soft. And then another character could be bitter, but die-hard romantic. All the characters that I play are vastly complicated. Just like the real people that they're derived from. The catch with acting is that some people think I'm pretending to be something that I'm not. That couldn't be further from the truth. I mean, I can't be anything but who and what I already am. Because as you know, the character comes from within the actor. Just like your opinions of a person, they're totally made up, right? Internal. See, what I'm trying to say is that a character, much like any person that we meet on the street, is actually a reflection of ourselves. We can only react in the space in which we stand, right? So theater. Theater is this game of putting real life on stage, taking a real person and a real situation, and then you just like layer a dramatic story on top. But what if we stripped it all away? What if the person was real? What if the story was real? What if the whole thing was real? Could I analyze myself the way I, as an actor, would analyze a character? Is that even possible? Condensing years of backstory to figure out who this person is, why I show up in the world like I do. Would it be interesting? Would people want to listen to the words and hear the sounds and see pictures of somebody else? They want to experience? No?
No.
Why?
Because nobody would like to look at pictures of somebody that's not themselves.
So sad. I'm going to challenge you, Bettina. I'm going to take you on a trip. We're all going to go on a trip. But the thing about this trip is that there really is no destination, and the only answers you're going to get are more questions.
I'm lost. I've gone missing and only one person other than me knows it happened. He hasn't reported it. He never told anyone. But how can I blame him? I mean, if you committed a crime, would you report it yourself? My parents don't know yet. My friends are suspicious, but they have no real proof to go off of. There are no milk cartons with my pictures on them. No search parties have been sent out. And the news definitely has more interesting things to talk about, but I'm missing. I'm absolutely certain of that because I can feel it in here. Right here. This is where your sternum is located. In the highly intricate wiring of the several systems it takes for a human being to function, your sternum, along with the assistance of your rib bones, protects your heart, your lungs, and some major blood vessels from physical trauma. Now, I don't know if you know this, but you cannot live without your heart, or without your lungs, or without those blood vessels. These are all, in fact, essential to your existence. I just recently learned about a boy in Colorado who was born without a brain. A condition called anencephaly, where the fetus fails to produce a major portion of the brain, skull, and scalp. He shocked doctors who never thought he'd make it out of the hospital by living for several months past his 3rd birthday. But he lived for quite a while without a brain, so I know that's possible. No one lives without a heart. No one lives without lungs, and I know that your mind will automatically jump to the obvious artificial replacement for organs, but I just mean that you have to have them. Real or automated, yours or a donor's, you need them inside your body in order to live. So some kind of logic has to follow, that these organs determine our fate. If they're sick, you're sick. If they're dying, you're dying, and if they're missing, I think you get it. And these things, these highly important, life cannot continue without their proper function organs, these things that sustain us are protected by this, your sternum. My sternum is gone. I don't know when I first realized it. I think it was a split second following my realization that I was missing. I reached for my chest, an instinctual way to absorb the blow I just received, and there was nothing there. Now I know a sternum is of no real value. I know it's just a bone. But pressing against my own skin, all my worst fears started to race through my mind. I mean, if someone took my sternum when I wasn't paying attention, what else was gone? they weaken. Your sternum, along with the assistance of your rib bones, protects your heart, your lungs, and some major blood vessels from physical trauma. Gone. Everything gone. No heart, no lungs, no blood vessels. Stripped down to nothing but a hollow cave. It sounded like the sea. I'll never forget that. The way it sounded like an empty conch shell against my ear.
Meow, 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 meow.
I'm backstage. I'm preparing for this role. I'm about to go on stage and play this role that I'm not really connecting to. I mean, actually, I'm totally detached from it. So I'm sitting there, I'm just trying to think of something to hold on to for that performance. And somewhere in that role, I found it.
I believe, like many people who use their bodies to create art, that our emotions live in our bodies. And if we just spend enough time moving, we can release all the pains of years ago. We can even move into feelings that we can't logically understand. What if this is rock in a hard place? Sadness? Destruction? It got all foggy and complicated, and I lost you and me in the midst of it. You know, I don't think my heart was broken. I think my mind was. Thoughts just left there to bump up against themselves and the walls that I built and no way out. Not productively, at least. I need to breathe. I remember walking through that cold city and feeling you so far away from me and thinking this is how it has to be. Any closer and he might break me. Not that he's all powerful in that way, but the thought of him so close that I might break myself. Fingers moving, mind racing, can't stop them, can't read it over again, no chance to edit. But isn't that life anyway? We are constantly moving forward, like the earth on its axis, with absolutely no way of stopping it yet. We live under the false assumption that we are in control of something. Nothing. We can't control any of it. The racing, the spinning, the aloneness, it just happens. And we merely react to it, or call it our choice to withhold our opinion. Even though it's screaming out of every pore, not reacting, not being it. Why not just everything rock your fucking world, set you on a tailspin? I mean, why do we fight so damn hard, struggle so damn much to keep everything all peanut butter and jelly with no crust? Why on earth? I would love to have a conversation with whoever it was that invented that whole system.
That experience from 18 years ago was the beginning of me realizing that my creative juices rested in my hips. Yeah. Somewhere in these joints rested my happiness and my prowess and I don't know, my lightness. I turned 40 and the shock of it really hit. It was the exact age I used to joke with my friends about that I would hire a hitman if I ever lived to be that. But I'm 40, and the idea of death is the furthest thing from my mind. I mean, I haven't even lived yet. or how about
I spent the greater part of my life trying and running away from the one thing I wanted. Just to let go. You see, I read books, I recited mantras, I took classes, courses, studied, learned, unlearned everything. I cried my eyes out, I held back every tear, every representation of emotion. I talked it all out, how it all felt. And nothing made it better.
See, after having 2 kids and building a marriage and a home and a business, I found myself searching for this connection again. This time to myself. It was just so numb. So I rented a room and I stopped working out and I stopped taking a sledgehammer to a tire and I stopped fighting and I stopped yelling and I stopped this hyper living and just began to dance.
And then love showed up. Oh, it's that sweet scent of something freshly baked when you're on a diet. You can't deny love. It's that cute little puppy you pet despite your severe allergy. It's that house guest that shows up when your house is too messy to invite anyone in. You see, love plays by her very own rules. And she doesn't care that you think yourself too fat, too skinny, too broke, too unavailable. She just shows up anyway. And she weaves her way through every crevice of your life, even your best days. She makes you feel doubtful and confident at the very same time. She supports you and fights you every step of the way. She shows you parts of yourself you never knew existed, and she emphasizes every part you never left. She absolutely preys on your weakness. And every once in a while, she gives you a reason to showcase your strengths.
So I rented this room for a year, 2-3 times a month, and I would just run to it. Whenever I needed to get over something or through something or into something. And here is what I found.
You see, love is the motion of the universe. In math and science, as a means of tracking data, there has to be a system, right? A scale, a range, numbers, letters, or a formula. But in life, it is all love. More or less, better or worse, present or absent, all we're doing is talking about love. Happiness, sadness, surprise, fear, relief, envy, spite, devotion, faith, kindness, miracles, betrayals. All love.
And then you guard yourself from it, right? You build your walls to keep yourself in and protected and keep the other kind, the threatening kind, out. But like the earth on its axis, as Galileo said, it moves anyway. You see, love continues to show up because she is the driving force.
So what I found was that my creative energy and my sexual energy were one. I could unlock myself. I could be a vixen. I could write a play if I just move my hips and danced.
Dancing is the truest form of expression. nowhere.